Hey guys, this is Poet Spice. So I thought I would bring you a coloring video. I'm using my Ohuhu markers, and this is one of my digital images that I had drawn several years back. So I decided to paint it up with these markers. I love these Ohuhu markers. I've been using them since I got them. And so here you can see I'm basically going to go for brown skin and then a turquoise / tealy color on the rest of the clothing. So I'm trying to put the caps in so that you can see them, although at this point you can't see this color. But it is in the brown family, clearly. And it has kind of a little bit of a red undertone to it. So the first thing I'm doing is basically laying down a wash of color just to get everything colored in that lighter color. Then with the second color, I'm going around to all the areas that would be darker. So under your hairline, under any edges of clothing, because your clothing is going to leave a shadow. So where the collarbones are and so forth, under the neck. Then I take a third color that's even darker and then go back over into a smaller area. So once again, you can see it's basically going over the same areas, but just to a lesser degree. Now, some people, they go dark to light, and it doesn't really matter. It just depends on whichever way you're comfortable with coloring. By the way, I have to say, I love these Ohuhu markers. And I will have in the description box, I will have a link to them. And it will be an affiliate link, so it won't affect the cost. It will just give me a little bit of money. So here I am going back with another color to add some more definition and do a little bit of the blending. I don't know, I just love this set of browns that I'm using. It's so fabulous. Now I'm going back over it with a different color and I'm just blending it all out. It kind of gives it a more of an orangey, peachy glow on top. It helps blend out the lines for all the other colors. At this point I'm adding a green to the tattoo, like on the face, and some purple. Maybe it's purple. Green and purple to her face tattoo. So now I'm going to start on the hair, and you can see I'm using a 180. Excuse me. I'm basically doing the same thing again. So I'm taking this lighter color and covering all of the areas that I want. You can also go about it by leaving some areas of white. And I do that sometimes when I color as well. I'll leave sections where the highlight is supposed to be and just leave the paper. And then go back. Now I'm going to add in a darker shade. And here's where I'm going to start filling in some of the lines that I drew in, some of the areas that will be darker. Some of the dips and the valleys to make the hair look a little more defined in areas and deeper, like it's layering on top of itself. And there's lots of ways to color hair. This is just the way I want to do this one. So really with the whole alcohol marker issue, it's just a matter of going back on top of itself, layer after layer, and then blending in. And if you don't like it, add more. Now there does come a point where it doesn't really change the color. So that's when you add some of those grays and so forth. So here we are going back with a third color in the blue spectrum. I love coloring. It's just kind of zen moments, hours. You can just sit there for hours and color, 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 color. And what is so funny about this whole, alcohol marker, yada, 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 trend is that I used to do this with crayons when I was a little, ever since I was a little kid, go through your whole shading and make the outside darker and move to the inside and so forth. So when I found the whole Spectrum Noir Copic Ohuhu marker thing several years ago now, oh, it was like heaven. All right, so now here I am adding some purple to the outfit. That goes on the bottom. Because, of course, what are my two favorite colors? Blue and purple. Now I'm using some of those. It's a Nouveau glitter pen to add some sparkle. And I was just going to add it to the flowers in the shirt. And then I decided, let's give her some sparkle makeup. And then why not? Just go ahead and put it in the hair. Right? What's the point of being realistic with blue hair? Go for it. I have to say, too, that I do love these tonic Nouveau glitter markers. However, some people said they didn't have this issue, but every one I have, if you rub your finger across it, it will come off a little bit. So you have to take that with a grain of salt or consider that when you're working on it. All right, well, thanks for watching, and I will be back with another coloring video. If you have any questions, you can leave those in the comments below.